Finally got around to printing out my Skyhunter boom connectors. Utilize the design from Rob Thompson on Thingiverse. Fairly straightforward. Print out the connectors, cut the booms wherever you'd like, glue in place. Bought a couple nuts and bolts to secure them, and folding mechanism works great, and locked them in place and threw the plane in the air. Something I should note is finding center of gravity was a bit difficult with the additional weight of the boom connectors and the nuts and bolts that I used. We'll be replacing the nuts and bolts with some aluminum pins. Really liking the auto takeoff mode in the newer version of Arduplane. Really just get your configuration set, launch the plane, and let it do its thing. Casually get back to the radio, put on my goggles, and until I'm ready, I do not have to take over control of the flight. It'll simply loiter in place. Pretty stable. Switched into fly-by-wire A mode to take over control, and then quickly switched into return to launch mode just to make sure that in the event I lost radio connectivity, the aircraft would know when to return to home. Switched into cruise mode just to make sure it would maintain heading and altitude. Works as it should. At this point, I noticed my RSSI signal was jumping up and down quite regularly. I'm sure it's just a configuration setting that I need to adjust. I'll need to take a look at that. Finally switched into manual mode after I gained a little altitude, just slowly trying to get more and more comfortable flying strictly with manual. A little gusty today, so I didn't spend much time in manual mode, but still getting a little more comfortable. Something else I modified on the Skyhunter 1800 was adding a pan servo. This server, it will do a full 180-degree turn. Pretty sweet. Just testing out the full range of motion of the pan. As you can see, I had to take a couple passes to try and land the Skyhunter. It simply just wants to stay in the air. It was a fairly gusty evening, however the Skyhunter handled it great. Just kept taking passes until I could finally drop it up altitude and just utilize the entire length of the runway to finally get this down in the soft grass.